So thanks for sticking around. The Peak Performance segment features Dr. Brett Rybowski. I'm very pleased to be joined by Brett, who is a practicing podiatrist extraordinaire. He is in private practice in Boca Raton, Florida. He's a graduate of the University of South Florida and Temple University of Podiatric Medicine. He has residency training in both orthopedics and advanced surgery. He is a fellow of the American College of Foot and Ankle Orthopedics and Medicine and the past president and fellow of the American College of Foot and Ankle Surgeons. Dr. Rybowski is a consultant alongside General Alexander Haig on Health Journal TV, which has been seen by 10 million people weekly. And as an international speaker and researcher, he has shared the stage with internationally known peak performance superstars such as Anthony Robbins, Zig Ziglar, Deepak Chopra, and Jay Abraham, just to name a few. Podiatry Magazine has chosen Dr. Rybowski as one of the top 10 VIP DPMs for the past 10 years. And in 2009, Dr. Rybowski founded Meet the Masters, sharing the distinct, unique characteristics and success of physician and podiatric clinical masters with audiences located in over 100 countries. Please join me in providing a warm, wound wire welcome to Dr. Brett Rybowski. Brett, welcome and thanks for joining us today. How are you today?
Outstanding, Jeff. That is the kind of introduction that my mother would love and my father would believe. So thank you so much.
Well, listen, we appreciate you cutting. I know you're a busy, busy guy, and I appreciate you cutting a few minutes out of your schedule to join us here on the Wound Wire. Well, listen, the reason that I wanted to invite you on the Peak Performance segment is that I had the distinct honor of joining you in a program that you have launched and have been very successful in, and I wanted to talk to you about that, the program Meet the Masters. Tell us a little bit about how you got started and where this program has gone.
Well, Meet the Masters was an envision or a dream I had a long time ago. Is how do I add a little more distinction? How do I add a little more to everyday practice? And how do I help people along the way? I mean, I always felt climbing to the top of the pyramid, being there alone would never be fun. So I wanted to drag everyone up with me. And I had this unique distinction, knowing most of the major players in this country. And I said, well, other people don't have that opportunity. How can I turn that ability and that insight that I have, the keys to the kingdom, in a manner of speaking, and share that with other people? So I came up with the idea, what if I was sitting at a bar having a drink with somebody at a seminar? What would we talk about? And it was that concept that I decided to run with. Everyone's seen some outstanding lectures of some very gifted practitioners, but nobody ever asked that next follow-up question. And the follow-up question, where you dig deeper and deeper to figure out, how can I mimic that the next day? I'm a big believer that success leaves clues. Find somebody getting the results you want and copy them. You don't have to reinvent anything. I know I want to figure out what's best with wound care. Jeff, you have done a tremendous knowledge and skill in that area. I just see what you're doing and copy it.
Well, we had a lot of fun the other night interacting, and you've been really wildly successful. You've got an audience that comes from over 100 countries. How many do we have on online the other night?
Well, we had live 17 countries. Wow. I mean, we had the Asian Pacific region. We do our show live every Tuesday night, 9 o'clock East Coast time. In Australia, they watch it. It's part of the curriculum in one of the podiatry schools on the west end of Australia. It's 11 a.m. Wednesday morning, and they pay attention to it. A lot of people in Europe record it and listen to it the next day. And I find Romania, for whatever reason, I've never been to Romania, and I don't speak Romanian. Of course, Rybowski starts with an R, but that's as close as I can get. And we have 20 people every week who download each show. So the show has gone global. The sun never sets on the Masters, that's for sure. Our audience grows from anywhere from a couple hundred live to almost 1,000 live, depending on what the topic is and who the speaker is and how interested they are to hear the questions. But even on days they're not that interested or there's other things going on, each show is able to be downloaded. You can download it to your iPhone, your iPad, your cell phone, or just listen live on your computer. It's all for free. So it's out there.
In your introduction, I talked about you sharing the stage with some real stalwarts in motivational speaking and success stories. Zig Ziglar, Jay Abraham, certainly these are well-recognized names. And I'm sure that they've shared stories of success with millions of people across the United States. And you're doing a similar thing, sharing the success of different individuals in their professions, talking about success, talking about their achievements. And I think clinicians certainly can learn from these masters that you have presented to them in a very similar fashion to some of these internationally recognized motivational speakers. But tell us, what are some of the most memorable comments related to success from clinicians that you and I have worked with and others rub shoulders with every day?
Without question. I think sometimes just a 2-degree course change over a distance of time takes you out to a whole new destination. One of the doctors I really loved was a guy out in Southern California, Richard Moy. He was telling, his expertise is doing bunion surgery. He does 50 or 60 bunion operations every month.
Wow.
And I'm like, how do you do that, man?
Right.
And I said, how do you see patients? And he goes, he sees 8 new patients an hour.
Wow.
Well, 8 new patients an hour boggled my mind until he started to explain how he did it. He basically says it's systems. What he would do is bring in all the new patients at the top of the hour and give them a 20-minute lecture.
Okay.
About bunion surgery, everything you need to know. And then he'd meet with each one individually for about 5 minutes and talk about their specific situation. And I was like, how magnificent. He systemized the process. It was like eating at McDonald's. I know, Jeff, you had the pleasure of traveling the world, and I know I saw your videos out in Bangkok, and I've been there a few times. And sometimes you kind of need a Big Mac. You're hungry.
Right.
And every Big Mac is made the same everywhere in the world. It's the #1 restaurant for a reason. They have a system. Each is step after step after step. And if we could automate and systemize the backside of our office, we kind of do that with protocols and guidelines from the clinical standpoint. But wouldn't it be great if every time somebody answered the phone in your office, they got the same story? Everyone got the same information.
Right.
That's
well, listen, that's an amazing story. Listen, I know you're a busy guy. I don't want to take much more of your time. And again, I want to thank you so much for joining us and sharing a brief introduction to Meet the Masters. But again, remind the audience if they want to tune in on these broadcasts. It's every Tuesday night?
It's every Tuesday night. We try to get 50 shows in a year. We've done 190 shows so far, going on 4 years.
Wow.
It's where you get to ask a question. It's deep, probing questions. When somebody follows up, I follow back. And people send in email questions. People can participate live, all they want. The idea is that, the eyes of the profession is there. I should say the ears, but we have, all you need to do. You can search any of the shows. You can search by categories if you're looking for, how to practice better, or how to take care of wounds better, or how to start thinking about research.
And the website?
Leverage success.
Website is
podiatricsuccess.com.
Podiatric Success.
Yeah, I'm sure you can put it down on the screen, but podiatricsuccess.com. And you can find it. These pearls of information, even the smartest people I know, listen.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that. The best are always trying to get better.
Congratulations to you. You've got a lot to be proud of. And again, you're an example for all of us out there that want to leverage technologies to take it to the next level, to get that extra little success into your practice and personal life. And I think you provided just a wonderful platform for us. And again, I congratulate you on that. And thank you so much for joining us here on the Wound Wire.
Jeff, let me congratulate you. The stuff you're doing is outstanding. It's entertaining. It's fun. It's light. It's something I wouldn't miss a single month of.
Stick around. We'll be right back.